Good morning, seven-figure Destiny Nation. This is Gerald coming to you. I thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube page and subscribing to the blogs at wordpress.com and on bloggerspot.com. And thank you so much for the Twitter followers. Thank you so much for your love and your interest in the books and in the upcoming events. I thank you so much. I have so much love for you. Today I just want to talk to you for a minute about fear. Fear paralyzes us. Sometimes I don't believe we realize how much we've been paralyzed by fear. I myself, and I just share my story briefly, that I knew God had been speaking to me for years about moving in a different direction. But because of the fact that I was useful where I was, and I thought that I was making a difference where I was, and I had grown comfortable in where I was, and sometimes we believe our own celebrity and our own press, and because of people talking to us and saying we appreciate you and what you do and things of that nature, that it drowns out the actual voice of God. When we're meant to do more, we settle for mediocrity because it's comfortable. It's what we do. We had let those around us actually speaking to us and question what is in our gut. We know it ain't right. We know we're meant for more, but it's what we do. Understand that I experienced that. I have experienced that several times in my life, over and over and over again. I pray that I learned the lesson. This time I heeded a little bit. It didn't take me 5 years this time. It only took me a year to actually get up the gumption to do it. But I was reading today in Matthew the 14th chapter about a story, and you all know the story, where Jesus sent the disciples out on the Sea of Galilee, and about 4 o'clock in the morning, a storm arose. And the disciples were afraid and fearful. The interesting point about that is Jesus sent them out in a vehicle that was designed to withstand the storm. He knew it would come. He knew the storm was coming, but he sent them out in a boat. The boat was designed to be buoyant as long as the situation didn't get in the boat. As long as water is not in the boat won't sink. It's designed to be buoyant. But because of the situation pitching the boat back and forth, they were afraid. God sends us out in vehicles that are designed to withstand the situation. But we don't trust the vehicle in which he sent us out in. And the only thing that could change the buoyancy of our vehicles is that we let our situation inside. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. As long as you understand that your situation is external and it never defines you internally, you don't let people around you speak your situation into you. As long as you don't internalize it, you got to be careful what comes out of your face and what you internalize. Your circle, the people that talk around you, if they only talk about your issues and your problems in your face, then they will speak your situation into you. As a man thinketh, so is he. Monitor and marshal your thoughts. But the part that I want you to get is the fear. The 12 disciples, they were afraid and fearful. They were afraid of the situation. And when Jesus came walking on the water, they thought he was a ghost. They were as afraid of the solution as they were of the situation. And many of us have spent 10, 20 years afraid of where we are and afraid of the solution, because we can sing, preach, and shout and witness about faith and trust in God, but we can't manage to apply it in our own lives. You have to get out of the boat. You will never ever, you can scream next destiny and next level all you want to, and pay all the offering you want to, and see all the prophets you want to, and see all the motivational speakers you want to, and go to all of the conferences that you want to, and you will stay at the same stagnant place if you don't get out of the boat. You don't need details. Peter didn't ask him, well, God, I don't understand the physics of how my physical human body is going to float on the water. I need you to explain how the physics of that works, because I know with water displacement, such is not the case. He didn't ask for all of that. All he asked is one question: if it's you, God, bid me to come. When will you get out of the boat? When you get a life jacket? Peter didn't have one. When you get the details? He didn't have them. And understand, when Peter got out of the boat, it didn't all go smooth. He started sinking. But he got out of the boat. There was 12 people that never got out of the boat. Never miss this. Because of that act and that experience of intimacy, Peter was allowed to usher in the day of Pentecost and preach that message. He had an intimacy that nobody else shared. He had a faith that nobody else shared, because he dared to get out of the boat. You want your destiny? You want to walk in your purpose? Get out of the boat. Don't talk about it. Be about it.